Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. In this opportunity, I would like to deliver what I have learned from the NUDC 2022 Exhibition Round Debate Competition. With the motion as Generation Z, this house regrets the concept of nuclear family. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Balkis Cahaya Kausa from the English department. I'm on the L team and I'm one of Fatrahman's guided junior. Fatrahman is my mentor. But I also need to clarify that all I say in this video is pure my opinion. I apologize if my judgment or my speech isn't really good because debate is still a new thing to me. I am still a beginner, but I'm trying to put my best in here. So I'm going to explain what I have learned by answering this following question. Such as the first question is, what do I think about the overall competition? How are the arguments and rebuttals? Second, which team do I like the most and why? Third, which speaker do I like the most and why? Which team should win it? And the last but not least is which speaker should be the best one. Alright everyone, without any further ado, let's get into the first question. What do I think about the overall competition? How are the arguments and rebuttals? I think the overall competition went nice. All debaters did such a great job by delivering arguments and rebuttals very nicely. They all were really fluent while delivering their speech. It makes us easier to get the point. They also divided their arguments and rebuttals into some sections, and again, it makes us so much easier to understand the speech. I also think that the motion was very interesting to be discussed, but some people might be confused about it, especially the word the nuclear family. What is it? But yeah, I think it's because the phrase is not very familiar or mostly heard among us. But there's nothing to worry about actually, since we were already provided by the info slide which can be seen in the description box. I'm sure if you take a look at the description box, it will be so much easier for you to understand the overall competition. And we're getting to the next question, the second question. Which team do I like the most and why? Alright, the team that I like the most is the closing government. I think they did such a great teamwork. The first speaker delivered such a great speech. His speech is relevant to the motion and not confusing at all. The rebuttals also succeed to make them at the top than the previous teams. The second speaker also did such a great job as a whip. She supported her first speaker really well, while giving such nice and on-point rebuttals towards the previous team. Their speech also more relevant than the opening team in my opinion, making their speech more understandable. I also like the idea of this team. Their team made such a huge difference between them than the opening team. In conclusion, the teamwork of the closing government was really well. It succeeded to make them better than the other teams. And now we're getting to the next question, the third question. Which speaker do I like the most and why? So the speaker that I like the most is the opening opposition second speaker. I like him the most. Why? He gives such nice rebuttals to the opening government. His rebuttals succeed to put the opening government down, successfully making them at the top than the opening government in my opinion. The second speaker of the opening opposition, as known as the party of leader of opposition, I think he also make his stance clear. He explains about how their side will do better solution than the opening government. His explanation really hard on point. And also, to be honest, is I am allowed to be honest. This is just my opinion, okay? I think that the opening opposition's first speaker kinda ruined his own team, but the second speaker got his back. The opening government second speaker succeeded to fix the problem and brought his team up again. He really did such a great job as the second speaker, and I just really like how he saved his team. And now we are getting into the next question, the fourth question. Which team should win this competition? In my opinion, the team that deserves to win the competition is the closing government. Why? So, as the closing team, their rebuttals towards the opening teams really hit on point. They clearly put other teams' arguments down by giving such nice rebuttals. They also respond the POIs given by the opposition teams very well. The arguments were Their arguments were also really strong. We can see the difference between them and the opening government. It also makes them on the top of the opening government. And also, while other teams a bit misunderstand the motion, the closing government cleared it all up in their speech, making the debate more understandable and make us easier to get the point. That makes me sure that the closing government deserves to win this debate. Their teamwork succeed to bring their team as the winner. And finally, we're getting into the last but not least question, the fifth question. Which speaker should be the best one? Which speaker that deserves to be the best speaker? I think the government whip is known as, or the second speaker of the closing government, the government whip, deserves to be the best speaker. We can see among all the speakers, her speech is the most understandable and relevant to the motion. I can easily understand and get her point. The way she delivered her speech is really convincing. She ensured the adjudicator, even everyone that watched her, that she is the winner. Rebuttals also really hit the point. She made her team on the top of everyone. She really did a great job as a whip. And yep, to sum it up, in conclusion, the conclusion is the team that I like the most is the closing government. The speaker that I like the most is the second speaker of the opening opposition, and the team that I think deserves to be the winner is the closing government. And the last one, but not least, the speaker that I think deserves to be the best one is the government whip, or the second speaker of the closing government. Yep, that's all. I think that's all that I can deliver about what I have learned from the video from the 2022 NUDC exhibition route. Alright everyone, thank you so much for listening and paying attention into my speech. I really appreciate that. And I really hope that I will get better next time. Thank you and see ya next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.